After the fierce clash with the heavenly lightning, Ne Zha and Obang's physical forms were shattered, leaving only their spirits to linger in a fragile limbo. Master Tai Zhenren, exhausted yet determined, poured every bit of his sacred lotus paste into a miraculous ritual to regenerate their bodies. In those quiet moments of renewal, hope glimmered amid despair, for both friends knew that their rebirth was a second chance to defy destiny. Yet, as Tai labored to restore them, a greater storm was gathering. Wang, the mighty dragon king of the East Sea and father to Obang, had long believed his son was lost forever. Overwhelmed by grief and rage, he mobilized his forces and unleashed the hidden terrors locked away beneath his palace. Monstrous beings and rival dragon lords stirred from their ancient prisons, intent on reclaiming what they thought was rightfully theirs. In the ensuing chaos, Obang's newly formed body proved too fragile. His flesh began to disintegrate under the relentless onslaught, and the threat to Chuntang Pass became all too real. In a desperate bid to halt the carnage, Wang struck an unthinkable deal. He declared that for 7 days, Ne Zha and Obang would share a single body, a sacrifice to allow the completion of immortal Wu Yang's 3 grueling trials. Success in these trials would earn them a potion, one that could restore the sacred lotus and fully regenerate Obang's mortal form. To accomplish this, Obang's spirit would temporarily take full control, and Ne Zha, hiding his demonic nature beneath a state of deep slumber, would allow his friend the space to prove his worth. As the trials began, the stakes were nothing short of monumental. In the first challenge, the duo faced a vicious marmot bandit clan whose cunning ambushes tested both their speed and resolve. Obang, now in full command of Ne Zha's body, fought with a calm determination born of desperation and loyalty. Their movements were a seamless blend of swift martial arts and magical energy, and every blow was a step closer to salvation. The second trial was even more daunting. A master of demon training, whose skills had once been feared by gods, led a formidable force that sought to break their spirit. Here, the air itself crackled with ancient magic as the duo struggled against creatures that could twist their forms and corrupt their very souls. The trials were grueling, pushing the limits of both physical prowess and emotional endurance. In moments of fleeting victory, Obang's spirit recalled the warm laughter shared with Ne Zha before their tragic fall, a reminder that their bond was as much a source of strength as it was a beacon of hope. Meanwhile, the heavens and earth trembled as a darker plot unfolded. Wang, still reeling from his sorrow, had secretly ordered Master Shengongbao, a fierce leopard demon who had long served as an ally, to oversee the defense of Chuntang Pass and the surrounding dragon realms. Unexpectedly, Shengongbao was reunited with his estranged younger brother, Shun Xiaobao, who carried the painful memories of a besieged village and a lost family. Xiaobao's final act of sacrifice during Ne Zha's second trial, where he fought valiantly to protect his father, sent ripples of grief and anger through those who remained. His passing would forever haunt Shengongbao, fueling a burning desire to right ancient wrongs even as the storms of destiny raged. As the trials wore on, the oppressive weight of destiny pressed in from all sides. The sacred tests were only part of a larger cosmic conflict. The corrupt heavenly forces and treacherous dragon factions conspired behind closed doors. In a twist of fate, while the celestial sect prepared for yet another trial, Chuntang Pass itself was left vulnerable. Dragon forces, spurred by their own ambition and betrayal, descended upon the town in a savage massacre. The once peaceful pass, home to Ne Zha's human parents, Li Jing and Lady Yin, was bathed in blood and fire. In the heart of this tragedy, Ne Zha awoke from his enforced slumber. Rage and sorrow mingled in his eyes as he witnessed the devastation of his home. Determined to reclaim his destiny and avenge the innocent, he surged forward to take the final trial single-handedly. With every strike of his fists and every burst of divine flame, he fought against not only the physical enemy, but also the invisible chains of fate that had bound him since birth. In that climactic trial, the fury of a demonic soul met the purity of a warrior's resolve, and through this crucible of fire, Ne Zha ascended to the realm of immortals, earning the long-sought potion. But the trials were only the beginning of a more profound battle. With the potion in hand and Obang's fragile body hanging by a thread, Master Tai set about the delicate task of regenerating Obang's physical form. As the lotus paste transformed into flesh and bone, Ne Zha, now imbued with newfound power and the weight of his tragic past, made a heart-wrenching decision. Abandoning the fragile peace of the trials, he turned his wrath upon the very beings responsible for his home's destruction. In a breathtaking confrontation, Ne Zha and Obang united their spirits in a final, desperate stand against the oppressive heavenly forces. Amid swirling vortices of samadhi fire, Ne Zha absorbed the cauldron's burning essence, a searing, transformative energy that solidified his new, indomitable form. With the help of liberated dragons and oppressed prisoners who had suffered under the tyranny of corrupt gods, the two friends shattered the cauldron that held their enemies captive, forcing the divine legions to retreat in a blaze of defeat and despair. In the aftermath of the cataclysmic battle, as the dust slowly settled over the scarred battleground, Ogwang, the once mighty Dragon King, led his remaining kin into the hidden depths of the sea, leaving behind a legacy of both triumph and tragedy. Yet Obang, his spirit still burning with loyalty and a fierce determination to expose the corruption of the celestial court, chose to remain. He vowed to shine a light on the sinister forces that had manipulated fate for their own gain. As Ne Zha's parents finally arrived, their faces etched with grief and defiance, they revealed the long-buried truths of ancient conspiracies. In a heart-rending flashback, it was disclosed that immortal Wuliang had masterminded the siege on Shintang Pass, exploiting the betrayal of the Dragon Lords to frame Ogwang and ignite a war that would shatter the bonds between gods and mortals. Master Shungongbao, torn between his loyalty to the heavens and the love for his fallen family, took a final stand to shield the innocent, buying precious moments for Ne Zha's parents to survive the carnage. In a final, epic confrontation that would echo through the ages, the forces of heaven and the rebellion of mortal hearts collided. The battlefield became a swirling tapestry of divine light and unbridled chaos. Even as Wuliang's dark designs threatened to cast Ne Zha and his allies into eternal oblivion, the unyielding spirit of the demon child surged forth. Grief transformed into an incandescent fury when Ne Zha cradled his dying mother in his arms, a moment of profound loss that ignited the ultimate transformation. Absorbing the cauldron's samadhi fire, his body became a vessel of raw, uncontainable power, a testament to the strength of defiant will over predestined fate. With one final, earth-shattering assault, Ne Zha and Obang broke the cauldron and drove the corrupt celestial forces into retreat. Their victory was bittersweet, a hard-won freedom etched with the pain of sacrifice. In the silence that followed the storm of battle, the surviving heroes knew that this was not the end, but merely a new beginning. Obang stayed behind, determined to uncover and expose every hidden treachery within the celestial court, while Ne Zha embraced his destiny as both demon and hero. And even as the echoes of battle faded into legend, a shadow lingered. In a quiet post-credits moment, immortal Wuliang, his eyes cold with calculation, retreated to a secret prison. There, he planned to negotiate with the captive Shungongbao and his aging father, while ominous summons were sent to Ne Zha's older immortal brothers, a final promise that the cycle of destiny, betrayal, and redemption was far from over. What do you think of Ne Zha's journey this time? Was his defiance enough to break the chains of fate, or will the sins of the past continue to haunt him? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.